I first got a Facebook my sophomore year in high school when some of my friends went off to college and told me about it. I decided to check it out and see what it was all about. I've always used Facebook for my personal use, to keep in touch with friends and post pictures of my life. However, my personal profile has given off a few different images throughout the years, and it's all still out there for everyone to see. In high school, I mostly posted pictures of my sports teams, my boyfriend, and my family. I portrayed a pretty good image of myself until my boyfriend and I broke up sophomore year of college and my Facebook profile took a turn for the worst. My online image was now a single, flirtatious booze bag. Luckily, my dad was able to teach me a lesson early on in my college years. I'll never forget the phone call I got from my dad about my Facebook picture. My dad doesn't get mad often, but he was not happy when he decided to check out Facebook and saw that my default picture was of me dancing on an elevated surface in a dress made from a cut-up t-shirt. My dad is the owner of a company up in New England and informed me that companies were now screening job applicants' Facebook pages during the hiring process. He taught me the importance of my online image and told me that guys would not want to date that girl on my Facebook profile and that companies definitely would not want to hire that girl. I was lucky that my dad caught my Facebook page so early on and I was able to create a better image of myself before it was too late. But I wondered if my friends had thought much about what they post on Facebook.
It was so cool. They made it open immediately. So at first you just like tickets and everyone signing up for it. I just thought what it was all about.
College, how did it?
Yeah, everything is a lot. You live on the internet or just where, like with my stuff, because that's instantly a big button. I always will, and I've done status changed it. I don't do it but I always upload photos.
I got Facebook in high school because all my friends were getting it and my brother had one and he was already in college and it just looked like a cool thing to do.
I got a Facebook my freshman year of high school because all my friends had Facebooks and that was a way to share partying and pictures that we did over the weekend.
Just like me, most of my friends had gotten Facebook pages in high school, before the experimental college stages of our lives. Everyone is bound to go a little wild when they go to college, when there's no parental supervision and an enormous amount of changes. Personally, my biggest change I went through was a breakup with my boyfriend of 3 years. I started partying a lot more and using Facebook as a way to try to make him jealous. I posted pictures of me with other guys, partying and drinking. Some of the pictures I put up were beyond embarrassing.
There are always regrets, and one thing that I'm embarrassed about now, because it's just such a stupid line, and got really mad a couple of years ago, and I made my status fuck all y'all, and I don't know, just things like that. It's embarrassing now that I think of it, that I just put such a kind of a hostile status, and it's weird to read other people's post statuses that are directed to someone. It's awkward. I don't want to know who's fighting.
Well, I was in a relationship and there was a lot of pictures of him and I, and now that we're not together anymore, I'm kind of more pictures with my girlfriends and other guys, and I guess I just don't really care what kind of pictures I put.
Well, recently I've been really liking the like button. I always will like photos, and I used to be really into status, changing my status, but I don't do it as much anymore. But I always use, I always upload photos. I guess there are a lot of partying photos in my albums, but also, for me being with my friends.
In a college age, I would say whatever is the picture needs to show something fun, like we're having fun time. Which it's good, but reminds me, I had this conversation probably only 2 weeks ago with somebody that told me that he was talking I don't like all these Facebook, I'm here, so happy, I'm so happy in this, I'm happy with my family, I love my dog. It's I just cannot take it, so happy. So much happiness. But I'm thinking myself now that it's true, everything that is in this Facebook needs to show that you're having fun, needs to show that it was great.
However, I found out not all girls use Facebook just for sharing their fun college times.
My job now is just all sharing, link sharing, and all that stuff, so Facebook's a really big component for that. So now I use Facebook for Sumo Skinny and for myself.
Courtney's company is just one of millions that use Facebook for publicity. Dr. Mihaela Voivoranu explores Facebook's evolution, from an exclusive social network for college students to a social network open for all, including businesses. Students perceive Facebook as their personal fun space and wish to keep it separate from the professional business and other aspects of their lives. This is the reason why students are extremely disturbed by instances of potential employers evaluating them based on their Facebook profiles and activity. This new evolution of Facebook has intensified the importance of privacy settings.
I've updated my privacy policy from when I first got Facebook just because when I would go out, and also I became a counselor at a summer camp, and when I put up photos, I don't want my boss to always see them, so I have like her unlimited profile so she can't see the albums that I've put up or the photos that I'm tagged in.
Lots of people party and that's cool, you know, like that's not anything that's like too crazy, but it's just if you're openly putting out pictures of like you just absolutely hammered, it's just not a good look, or like, you know, doing other things, it's just not a good look, and that's definitely not going to help you in any way on the professional scale.
Elizabeth Butler, Elizabeth McCann, and Joseph Thomas point out in their article that Facebook has undergone several such evolutions throughout its 6-year lifespan, with numerous modifications and additions to its privacy policy. When Facebook changes its privacy policy, users are notified with a small dialog box at the top of their home screen, which includes a link to further information on the modification. Do Facebook users take the time to follow this link and investigate what has changed? In December 2009, Facebook rolled out an entirely new privacy structure on the website, with recommended privacy settings selected as the default level of control for each user. These recommended settings allow statuses, photos, and wall posts created by the user to be viewed by everyone, the entire Facebook community. Suddenly, user-posted content was accessible by larger audiences than most people intended. Some of my friends seemed very surprised to hear about this privacy change.
I didn't know that. I think that someone told me about it and I did change it, but no, I didn't know that everything was open to everyone. So just trying to fuck people.
I had no idea that everybody could see all my pictures. That's crazy. Are you serious? People can look at my Facebook?
Occasionally, our Human Resource Department will use Facebook as a tool to evaluate a potential candidate.
Facebook has become such an issue that even mainstream media is looking into it, like Dr. Phil, who discusses the pictures that young people are posting on their profiles and how it can affect their jobs.
Having inappropriate stuff on the Facebook page is going to be damaging for someone's career. I wouldn't hire somebody if I saw them dancing around half naked, urinating in public, vomiting into a trash can. That's not the kind of person that I want to make an investment in as an employer. It's a big mistake. What you're saying is I'm not mature, I don't have great judgment. If you want to work at Vinny's Tattoo Parlor, I don't think Vinny's going to check out your Facebook page. But if you want to work for something in the corporate world, something where you're going to be representing this organization, you're going to be in big trouble when it comes time to getting that job if you've got inappropriate stuff on Facebook or on MySpace. Those are the facts.
Well, today we're talking about the shocking and provocative photos that people post on websites. Brad Karsh is the president of JobBound, a company that helps people get jobs. Now, he says that he uses websites like Facebook and MySpace to weed out potential employees. True?
Absolutely true. And trust me, I'm not alone. This is a majority of companies in the corporate world are doing these kinds of things to get as much information as they can about potential employees before they hire them.
We have clients that come into the office and visit, and they expect a professional image. So our HR department will look at Facebook. We recently had a candidate that we looked on Facebook, and she had a lot of piercings and some tattoos and some things that really weren't going to project the best image for our company in our business, so we decided not to hire her and go with another candidate. And the other thing that we look at in Facebook is just we want to make sure that someone's lifestyle isn't one that's going to be detrimental to our company. So that's something that is a concern to us. If it looks like their lifestyle is such that they may have trouble showing up to work in the morning or something like that, it's something that's also evaluated.
Many girls believe that Facebook only shows part of who they really are.
I suppose if you looked at my Facebook, you would think maybe that I'm more of a partier than I actually am, you know. Of course, there's no posts or photos of me doing my work, and there's really none, I mean, no photos of anyone doing their work. It's about more of their social life. I mean, I do like to socialize a lot, but not as, I feel like I am portrayed more as a party girl than I really am.
If their references check out places where they've worked before, and they are a good employee from what you hear, and their resume is also very good, then I don't see why they can't at least get an interview, and then you could see how they present themselves in a professional workplace.
Even once a job applicant is hired, Facebook pages are always being monitored by companies.
We've also, beyond the hiring process, have found that Facebook is essential that unfortunately, we have to monitor Facebook and have company policies regarding the use of Facebook. We had about 6 months ago, we had an issue where an employee was saying things that were derogatory, that weren't, that were lies. He was slandering a female coworker, and it obviously bothered her, but it was in the public forum of Facebook, so other employees knew about it. It finally came to our attention as an issue, and we ended up having to terminate the employee. I think that's what a lot of kids don't realize, is that once it's out there and it's public information, that if you're going to use it in a negative or mean way, or unlawful way in some cases, it's going to end up costing you jobs.
I haven't really thought about blocking my Facebook or anything yet. I know that I probably will, because it'll probably affect my job, and I'm going to be a teacher, so I don't want my students to be able to see that I have all these trashy pictures.